My parents used to set a timer in our kitchen for 30 minutes for me to go and practice my guitar. And I remember checking that timer about 5 times in a 30-minute period. Now I have to set a timer to keep myself from playing like 3 hours without realizing that I played for so long. So my life has definitely changed because of music, and I've been benefited so much. So I'd really like to illuminate to all of you the different ways learning an instrument could benefit your lives, as well as how you could foster a community where learning instruments is really encouraged and supported. Guitar's really helped me to de-stress and handle my emotions. A lot of people come up to me and they are curious why I don't pursue guitar as a career, and to that I really have to say that I see it as a really good supplement to any career, really. For me, I'm a pre-med student, so my life can get pretty stressful, and I really use it to relax and de-stress. So it really serves to be sort of like a breath of fresh air. So whenever I know this picture says breathe, but whenever I get really overworked or it seems kind of counterintuitive to take a break, I like to kind of step back and play guitar for 30 minutes, and it really makes a huge difference. This is actually scientifically supported by studies published in the Medical Science Monitor. And this study tested 3 different groups of people and gave them a difficult puzzle for them to complete. So each of the groups did the puzzle for an hour, got really stressed out because it was a difficult puzzle, and took a break. One of the groups read a magazine, and one of the groups made music on a little machine. And the group that made music on a machine showed more than twice as many genetic markers for stress be reversed. And that basically means that making music can reduce stress twice as much, if not more, than just taking a normal break. It also serves to really help your mental health. I use guitar a lot to express my emotions, and that might seem a little feminine, but I think it's the least feminine way to do it, honestly. I think this is actually a group of Vietnamese veterans doing music therapy. So they were all suffering from PTSD. This was a group done by John Burt. They were all suffering from PTSD, and to deal with their emotions, they actually got in a group and used canned drums. And they were able to sort of work as a group and deal with their emotions. They were able to deal with their rage and kind of re-guide it into creating a good tempo and different sort of aspects of the music. And it really showed to help all of them, actually. But I hope most of us have not experienced war trauma, but releasing emotions is really necessary and natural for everyone, and you really need an outlet for it. I personally notice a difference in how I treat people based on if I play music or not that day. So everyone really needs an outlet to express their emotions, and learning an instrument is a great way to do it. Music's also helped me with processing information, and that information can be music itself, as well as schoolwork or anything intellectual based. But music changes a lot whenever you play an instrument. A lot of people don't realize how much goes into making music, and whenever you listen to music from that perspective, you can hear different types of chords and chord progressions and music theory, and that really makes such a huge difference. It can be really fun and really enrich how you listen to music, just because you're able to think about how it was made and even try and recreate it. In the study done by Peter Johnson, musicians use the left hemisphere of their brain, and non-musicians are shown to use the right hemisphere of their brain whenever they listen to music. The left hemisphere of your brain is shown to be more musically adept than the right hemisphere. So that can really show you just how different it is to listen to music with a different perspective. You're really listening to it completely differently with a whole different side of your brain. And this study done published in the Journal of Neuroscience, musicians are shown to have a larger brainstem response to noise. So that just kind of shows that noise can make such a big impact on a musician. and it just kind of carries more weight. In this study done at Ohio State University, it showed that music increases brainwave activity with epilepsy patients. And this works for everyone. Brain activity is very well known to increase when you're listening to music, as well as when you're playing music. And that can really help to work out your brain and exercise it, and that kind of helps it grow intellectually. Music can help with your memory, and you're able to so music actually is shown to light up the parts of your brain associated with memory and making predictions. That study was done by, let's see if I can find this. Well, yeah, we'll just skip this one. And musicians have better memories overall. This is done by Karen Pallison, and that's probably because music is shown to light up parts of your brain associated with it. So you're really exercising that part of your brain so much. That's why musicians are shown to have better memories. Music also helps with language. Music itself is almost its own language. So whenever you go about learning it, it really plays into the same factors as learning a different linguistic form. And so it can really be effective in that sense. And that study was actually done. Oh, Stanford Medicine. There we go. Stanford Medicine. Sorry, my cards got messed up. So I know you're saying, how could I benefit from this? There's so much that you can gain academically, emotionally, health-wise, mentally, and more importantly, why isn't everyone involved in this? Why isn't everyone able to have this opportunity? A lot of adults believe that it's too late in their life for them to learn an instrument. They think maybe their brain can't learn the information as well as children might, or they don't have the time. But that's really not true. There's several reasons published in the Huffington Post recently that adults can actually learn an instrument quicker than can children. And this is because adults are able to focus better and longer than children, so they can sit down on an instrument for longer periods of time and really work on that one thing without being 30 places at once. They have the motivation. You don't have a parent putting on a timer in the kitchen for you. You're actually able to motivate yourself into doing it, and you have more of a push to do it. And you've listened to music your entire life. You know what sounds right and what doesn't, and that's actually a huge help whenever you're learning an instrument. I know many people don't really have the encouragement to learn an instrument as well academically. I feel like that sort of stops out after elementary school whenever you quit playing with instruments. And especially in colleges, here at Pepperdine, there's very limited options for fine arts credit. There's only 2 beginner classes where you can learn an instrument, that's piano and guitar, and they're only offered by 1 teacher for each, which means that there's only 2, maybe 3 classes. So it can be super, super difficult to get into. So many students find themselves having to take other fine arts credits, but Pepperdine does offer private lessons. So these private lessons, though, only count for 0 credits. So a lot of students don't really want to take it because it's basically just an expensive private lesson. You're not getting any credit from it, you're not fulfilling any requirements. One way that Pepperdine could really foster a community where more students want to learn instruments is by offering these private lessons as fine arts credit. They are fine arts subject, and more students would be motivated to take it. One way that you could sort of foster this is by signing this petition. This is on change.org. And this petition hopefully will allow private lessons to count as a GE requirement, so that more students are motivated to take them. And there's more options other than the 4 possible classes that you can get into. Remember that learning an instrument is really easy as an adult. As Bach said, it's easy to play any musical instrument. All you have to do is touch the right key at the right time and the instrument will play itself.
Okay.